Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rocori. Brand new football field here on a cold, cold night. Rocori taking on Hutchinson for the end of our regular season. Last game of the regular season, Matt. This is a big one. Playing at Rocori on a brand new field. Got the opening night on the turf, and boy, has it been a process to get this cleared off so far. Last night we had a bunch of parents up here shoveling out the snow out of the bleachers. Looked like Lambeau Field. And then yesterday morning before school, kids were helping shovel the field off so they could get it completed and ready to play on today. So it's been quite, Mother Nature has not helped us. It's been quite an interesting mix. But we pulled all the resources together, and tonight we're set and ready to go. And it's not warm, is it?
Nope, we've got a couple layers on here. Temperatures are mid-20s here in Cold Spring. Should be a good night for football.
It's going to be a great night for football and a great game, too. As you guys will see throughout the course of the broadcast, you will see the brand new field, how the colors are going to pop, and you'll see a lot of snow down there as well from where it got all plowed off. So it's been quite the process, but a couple announcements for our pregame for you. We have one of the best national anthem singers I've ever heard, Derek Benoit, is going to be singing our national anthem. We're also going to have a field dedication and an announcement for all of our donors that help contribute to the field project that we have. And then we'll be starting our kickoff at 5 o'clock. That's the goal right now, start at 5 o'clock. So we have both teams. The Hutchinson team is down in their end zone, and the Rocori team, we actually have a heated tent for those guys. And we want to send a big shout-out to the family at ROL. Denny Curran, Kyle Curran, Adam Haugen, Derek Benoit, Dylan Patterson, and the list goes on. And we could not be more grateful for your help over at ROL. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for us tonight. We greatly, greatly appreciate that. Folks, it's going to be a good night, a cold night, as you can see by how I'm dressed. I didn't even sugarcoat it tonight. I'm cold. I got all the hunting gear on. We got the hand warmers going. We got a heater next to us in the stands. Matt's got about 12 layers on, too. So we're going to be ready to go here for a great night. Matt, let's start talking about some keys to the game.
Okay, so talking to Coach Herberg before the game, Hutchinson, they love to run the ball. They're a very, very physical team. They have been for years. One of the big keys tonight is time of possession. Hutchinson is a ball-dominant team. They're on offense for most of the game in all their games. And a big part tonight of our game plan is to hold on to the football as long as we can and get our defense off the field and get them some rest because Hutchinson is a big and physical team. And then the second key to the game is turnovers. Obviously, like every other game, turnovers are a big key. 76% of the teams that win the turnover battle win the game. So that's a big factor in tonight, especially with this big team in Hutchinson.
Absolutely. And our biggest key to the game, consistency, right? Start the game and to end of the game, we need to stay consistent, both mentally and physically.
Yes, especially against this good football program in Hutchinson.
That's right. So we are going to be set to kick off here pretty soon. We got our field dedication coming up in about 3 minutes. Before we get to that point, though, I want to get you up to speed real quick on some Rocori athletics that's happening throughout the week here. Our ninth grade football team finished their season in Hutchinson this week. They played this past Tuesday in the snowstorm that we had. And they were down in Hutch, playing in the snow, cold, and they finished the game in an 8-8 tie to end their season. So great job, ninth graders. We're really looking forward to seeing you guys move up the ranks and become sophomores in our football program next year. Also then, we had a JV football game this week, and that was Monday night in the rain. So we've had great weather all week, Matt. Monday night, JV played in the rain down in Delano, and they beat Delano 34-8. And that advances their record to 2-1. And the JV football team will play next Monday down at Hutchinson for their last season. Sorry, I made a mistake. JV game will play Hutchinson here next Monday for their last game of the season. In regards to varsity football for our football guys here at Rocori, this is our last regular season game. Playoffs start next week on Tuesday. That's why the game is played tonight instead of Friday night, so they could have 2 days of practice, tomorrow and Monday, to get ready for their opponent. So Tuesday night, first playoff game. The second playoff game will be next Saturday, and that date I believe is the 21st, and that will be an afternoon or evening game. There is a chance, Matt, depending on how things factor out tonight across the section, that we could have a bye the first round, which would be Tuesday, and play our first playoff game in the second round next Saturday.
That would be very nice. Get our guys some more time to rest after coming off. It'll be a short week if we play on Monday too, so that would help.
You're right. And Friday next week, our school district is going to have students learning at home as a practice distance learning day. So we won't have kids in session, so they'll have a short week regardless of being in school or not. That could be an interesting factor of healing for us versus another team who's going into their second game in the playoff stretch. Halftime guest, we will have an interview tonight at a halftime, and it will be Superintendent Brad Calvington. Superintendent of Rocori Schools Brad Calvington will join us for a quick 2-minute Q&A, bringing us kind of an update across the turf project into other projects of the school district and balancing co-curricular sports and academics and what that does for our students here. Another update for you, volleyball won this week over Tech 3-0. So it's been a very, very dominant week for Rocori sports again. We're happy to see it. It's always bringing us joy to see our kids do well, play well, and probably the biggest priority is to have fun doing it, right? So we have about 34 seconds left, and then we're going to start our field dedication. They're just gathering at center field right now on the center of the football field. We will pan out there for you to see that, and then we'll be quiet and see if our background noise can pick up some of the announcing taking place.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Spartan Field. My name is Joel Baumgarten, and I'm the Activities Director here at Rocori. It's a very special day as we gather here to celebrate this inaugural game on our beautiful new Sprint Turf Field. We could not have scripted a more exciting matchup between two of the state's top-ranked teams. Please join me in welcoming our friends from Hutchinson. I want everyone to know that this project and the journey we took together to get to this day brought out the very best in our community. It was a partnership at every turn, and I simply wish to take a few minutes now to acknowledge those with me here today on the sideline who played key leadership roles in making this field possible. It all started with the fire and enthusiasm of a coach who dared to throw a Hail Mary, James Herbert. Thank you for your inspiration and determination to get us across the goal line by noon today. It definitely took a long, sustained drive. I also wish to thank our Rocori Superintendent, Brad Calvington, for being a champion of this project together with the members of our school board. Brad, thank you. Most importantly, I wish to take a moment to honor and acknowledge the extraordinary generosity of our principal community partners. From the Blattner family and Blattner Company, please welcome Karen and Dave Blattner. And Angel and Henry Blattner. From Kramer Trucking and Excavating, we have Jeff Kramer, who could not make it, but we want to also give him a big round of applause. From Cold Spring, please welcome President and COO Greg Flint. From River Youth, please welcome Kyle Curran. And from the Rocori Booster Club, please welcome Club President John Atchison. We would also also like to recognize the Rocori Booster Club project manager, someone who did so much work behind the scenes, John Young, who could not be here tonight. Let's give John a big hand. This project makes us all Rocori proud for many reasons. The Booster Club served as the developer. Jeff Kramer and the KTE served as the general contractor and developer. Cold Spring Granite Aggregate for the subbase came from 3 of its local quarries. I also wish to acknowledge the work of Bertram Electric, Design Tree Engineering, and of course our friends from Sprint Turf, Matt Steinberg, and Gus Torres and his crew were simply outstanding and worked late into the night, even into last night. In closing, please know that collectively there are many more of you to thank. The Booster Club Board, the Booster Club title sponsors, and the hundreds of Booster Club members are a perfect example. Thank you all, and thank you for your attention on this chilly afternoon. Please give our special guest standing here beside me one last round of applause. Go Spartans!
What a great opportunity to give thanks to all those who have donated, put time, energy, effort into the new Rocori football field. And I'm hoping you're seeing this in your shot on the feed as well, folks, because this is probably the most beautiful field I've been on. The colors are amazing. It's just in a great, great atmosphere. As we get ready here now to listen to Derek Benoit get ready to sing an amazing version of the national anthem.
This event is being conducted under the rules of the Minnesota State High School League. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair participation and cheer in a positive manner. Remember that everyone is responsible for keeping this event at a high level of good sportsmanship. At this time, we would like everyone to take time to recognize our country. Please rise and face the flag over the scoreboard for the singing of our national anthem by Mr. Derek Benoit. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow. That was incredible. Great job, Derek Benoit, on the national anthem. Folks, there's not a better guy in the business than Derek. I can tell you that much right now. So just got a few people in the chat here asking some questions. Yes, the game is live on River Youth YouTube channel, just as it is each week. It's also live on what you're watching right now at the Rocori Spartan football Facebook page. We're going to have our starting lineups, and we do have, it's so cold out here, folks. Some of our equipment has frozen up a little bit already just in the short time we've been out here. So we will do our lineups as soon as our equipment thaws out a little bit. We've got some heaters going right now to help us out with that process. Just to get things thawed out, Matt. It's cold. the bleachers still have some ice on them, and people are having to walk pretty gingerly to their seats.
At tackle, number 55, Logan Hoppy. Starting at one tight end, number 21, Riley Anderson. At the other tight end, number 22, Aaron Elliott.
I want to put a big shout out to a guy that doesn't take recognition on himself very, very well or very often at all, and that's Joel Baumgarten. Joel Baumgarten is the activities director at Rocori High School. He's been here for years, and every year the man just keeps going and going. He's like an Energizer bunny, and he puts everybody else before him. Every sport, every activity, every student, every parent, every staff member, every coach. That man has given more to this school and the stuff that he's involved with here than a lot of other people ever do. And we are so grateful for a man like Joel Baumgarten to run that helm and activities director. Joel, you don't ever get a chance to hear this, and I'm hoping you hear it on the playback tonight. Thank you for all that you do. And folks, if you know Joel or have had an opportunity to work with Joel, please throw a comment in there so he gets a chance to see that later in the feed. Just how amazing of a man he is in the job that he does.
Number 11, Jaden Philippi. Number 23.
It's been quite the sight out here at Rocori over the last 48 hours between shoveling snow off the bleachers like they do at Lambeau Field. We had all these parents out here, Matt, and the parents were just amazing. They really, truly were. They were coming out here with smiles on their faces. It was cold. It wasn't warm. And they were just going to town. They were working their tails off. And this was after probably shoveling their own driveways the way it was at home.
Yeah, that really shows the family aspect of the Rocori football program. Not only does it extend to the players, it extends to their own families. And it really shows that we come together as one big family.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of family, the Forget About Me, I Love You acronym that James Herberg has put into the word family has really been a strong taken a strong presence in itself this week. Not only with the parents helping shovel off the field last night for the Hutchinson side, the visitor side, and the home side in the grandstand, but also with our players showing up at 7 a.m. the other morning after the big snow to start helping shovel the field off so the workers could finish on it. And they do this because, yes, they want to play, but it benefits everybody to have this field done in the spring. So that when the thaw starts and spring sports start happening, softball, lacrosse, baseball, they can all get on here and they can practice on here as well.
The headline judge is Craig Ehrlichman. The umpire is Lucas Pohlmeyer. And our referee tonight is Casey Pack.
We'll be set for kickoff here in just a moment. Spartans will be receiving the kick to start the game.
Hutch will kick off to start the game.
Spartans in their all-black uniform. We have not lost in these black uniforms since 2018, Jake.
That's an amazing stat, man. That's awesome. And you know what else I'm noticing is just how sharp these black uniforms look on this new field. It's such a sharp contrast with these black jerseys and the colors on the field. They just look mean out there. This is awesome. Kickoff's going to be coming here, folks, in a second. And the Spartans will be starting their first home game of the season on this field. It's a squibbler up the middle, and looks like we fall on it there. Matt Torberg fell on it, maybe slipped, maybe had his footing come out on him, but we'll recover the ball. And the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Yeah, Jake, I think you'll see the Spartans come out here in a run-heavy attack here to start the game to see if we can find any soft spots in this big defensive line. Depending on how well that goes, we might open up the pass more and try and attack the air a little bit more as Hutchinson faces predominantly run teams. So we'll see with this first drive how the Spartans look.
So Spartans come out, Matt. You're exactly right. This is a big D line for Hutch. Spartans come out 1st and 10 and trips left. One receiver split to the right. We got a back in the backfield to Bauer's left. Bauer's going to take the snap. He's looking to throw right away, and it's a decent throw, and he gets it out to the flat. We're hit pretty much on the catch, and we will have a pickup of a few yards on that play.
Yeah, good quick hitter right off the bat from the Spartans offense. Cam going to his right, completing a little comeback route for a gain of 5.
And this, as Matt and I sit up here by the press box in the bleachers, we can see the size of this Hutch D line. There are a lot of tall dudes out there, Matt.
Yeah, and that'll pose a real challenge for our offensive line, but we'll see if they come tonight and accept this challenge because they are physical enough. They can match these guys. I know of it.
Spartans come to the line, 2nd and about 6. Man in motion. We're going to give the handoff up the middle. Looks like it went to Lynn. And Lynn's going to get us closer to the first down. Now we're going to have 3rd and short. 3rd and short, we do pretty well with 3rd and short, Matt.
Yeah, it was a great opening there on the left side of the line. The left tackle kicking out that end, making a great hole for Brady. Cuts it up inside for a big gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short here. We have succeeded on multiple 3rd and shorts throughout the season. It's when we push ourselves back into 3rd and longs that we struggle. So we'll see what the Spartans do here on this 3rd and 1.
Yeah. 3rd and 1, Spartans come out and trips left. One receiver splits to the top of the screen up to the right, plus Lynn in the backfield. We're going to give to Lynn in the backfield. He's going to take it up to the middle. Looks like he might have enough, Matt.
Yep, that'll be a first down. Bumps off one defender right away and picks up the first down.
Brady Lynn on the carry.
So the boys keep the offensive drive rolling here. This is great. Great start on offense for our boys on the game. I want to give a couple of people some credit here in the chat. We got a lot of people tuning in already. This is amazing. Folks that have been commenting on the field, we agree. We couldn't be more happy with where we're at right now. Trips left, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. Ball's on the 40-yard line. Bauer alone in the backfield, empty backfield right now. 2 receivers split to the top of the screen. Bauer gets it out off the fingertips, and it looked like it could have been picked. Are they going to give an incomplete pass?
Incomplete pass, yep.
All right.
Yep, we'll try to go with a quick hitter again. Defenders were ready just off the tip of the receiver's hands out there on the outside. That'll bring up a 2nd and long here for the Spartans.
Okay, so for those of you tuning in, we can see a bunch of you here. Thank you for all the great comments on the field. Yeah, like I said, we couldn't agree with you guys more. I'm just scrolling through here. Kirby Hemish, completely agree. Spartans come back out in a trips left formation again. One receiver to the top of the screen, Lynn in the backfield again. Bauer's going to take the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, take it up the middle himself. He's going to take a pretty decent shot there for a pickup of about 4 yards.
Yeah, Spartans come out in the trips formation to spread this defense out. Cam makes a good read on the read option as the D-end was rushing up the field and picks up 4 yards for the Spartans offense. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for Rocori.
Orvath, we need you to send some of that warm weather up from Georgia for our playoff games next week. 80s there today and 24 today here in Minnesota. Kind of a difference. We need to have that weather. Send it up here, please. Spartans come back out, 3rd down. Ball is on the 45-yard line. Trips left formation, empty backfield. 2 guys to the split to the top of the screen. And that pass will be deflected. Looked like that was going to Drew Schneider. And that brings up 4th and about 7 for the Spartans.
Yeah, tried hitting the guy up on the seam, Drew, and it just hit away. Good defending there. That'll bring on the punting unit here. Moschke had a great punting performance last week.
Moschke's been on fire lately and gets off another big, huge punt. It's going to take a Rocori bounce and get all the way within the 5-yard line. What a great roll.
Oh, my goodness.
Rocori takes the possession. Downs the ball at the 2-yard line of Hutchinson. What a great bounce.
Oh, my goodness. Connor has just been on fire these last couple weeks with his punts, and that is shown off again as he puts it down at the 1-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Moschke has come on strong these last 3 games for the Spartans. It's been great to see. Betty Johnson watching in Arizona, thanks for tuning in. Kathy Taylor, we completely agree. He's just an amazing man. Dan Tice watching in Hutch, thanks for tuning in. And this brings up 1st down for Hutchinson on their own 2-yard line. Spartan defense ready to go, trying to pin him back. Be great to start the game with the safety here, Matt.
Yeah, expect a lot of run here as Hutchinson usually has these run-heavy formations with maybe 1 receiver.
And like last week, they're packed in the box, and they're going to try to run it out of there. They give a dive up the middle of the field, and he breaks a few tackles before he's brought down around the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it was a good gain for Hutchinson to get out of the end zone there. Pick up a 9 on the play.
Gain of 8 at 2nd and 2.
That brings up a 2nd down for Hutch. Boy, these boys, they on the sideline. We have heaters down on the sidelines right now with generators plugged in for our boys just to try to keep them warm. We do have a heated tent for them to go into at halftime to get them to thaw out a little bit so they can come back out 3rd quarter ready to go. All precautions are being taken here. 2nd and 2 for Hutch. Quarterback will take the snap under center and give another dive handoff. He'll be stopped probably right at the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, it was a great job by the guys up the middle, getting off their guy and making the tackle for a very small gain. Oh, and they will give him the first down.
Darn it. Well, we got close on that. That was great defensive play in the middle of the field by our Rocori defense. And again, Matt, what does it mean when we say they pack the box here?
So when they pack the box, they have a lot more tight ends and fullbacks in the box, and that allows our defenders to move in there too. As you can see here on this play, they don't have a receiver. They play all these tight ends and fullbacks. So we'll be seeing a lot of that tonight.
Sweep out to the bottom side of the screen. He's going to cut back into the C gap. He's going to be gang pile tackled. And might pick up a yard on that, if anything.
And Jake, that's where we want Hutchinson to run, is to the outside, because our defense, we have speed. We can match their speed without a doubt. It's just these inside runs that we really have to take care of to really shut down this offense.
I agree 100%, Matt. And that's just the truth of the matter for the whole night, I think. I don't think Hutchinson's going to change much within their offensive series. So, again, the Hutchinson offense comes back out, packing the box. No one split wide. They got I formation in the backfield, and they're going to pass the ball. He's looking to throw. He's got nobody. And that's going to be intercepted by Rocori.
Let's go.
Number 11, Jaden Philippi, coming up big. Quarterback threw it right to him. Hands were ready, and he hauled that baby in.
Jaden ran the route for the receiver there, and the QB completed it to him. Interception. What a great job by Jaden. That'll flip the field here. We'll be on Hutchinson's side here in great field position.
So Rocori will take over on Hutchinson's 29-yard line on that great interception by Jaden Philippi. And that might be the burst we need to get the first score here and get 6 on the board. Rocori comes out, and we're going to be in a 3-by-1 formation. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. We got Brady Lynn in the backfield. Bauer's going to take the snap, give it to Lynn. Lynn's going to come to the middle of the field. He's going to break 3 tackles, almost breaking the 4 before he gets down to the Hutchinson 11-yard line.
What a great job by our offensive line, moving bodies. I mean, 2-3 yards downfield against these big boys. Great effort by our offensive line.
Folks, if you can't tell, Matt and I are probably a little more amped up than normal tonight. This is a huge game for Rocori. Hutchinson ranked highly across the state of Minnesota. This is one of the news. Channel 5 is here this evening, I believe, and I think Channel 11 was talking about coming. It's that highly rated of a game tonight. This is a big deal. Spartans come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. Trips receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bauer's going to take the snap, break a tackle, but he's not going to get away from the blitz here on the Hutchinson D-line.
Yeah, it was a good job by Hutchinson bringing the blitz on the offense's right side, right where our run was trying to go, and Cam will lose 2 yards on the play there.
So this brings up 2nd down and 13. Ball is on the 15-yard line of Hutchinson. Gail Meyer tuning in from Bemidji. Thanks for tuning in tonight for us. Or with us, I should say. It's 2-by-2 formation here on 2nd down for the Spartans. Nope, that was a trip. So that was 3-by-2. It's going to get out to Lynn on a pass. Lynn's going to break 1 tackle and get down to the 1-yard line. A little shake and bake after the catch, Matt.
Yeah, it was a great job by Brady, showing off his receiver skills there out of the slot there. Makes a man miss and picks up the first down.
What a great passing route run by the Spartans on that. They had a couple of crossing patterns in there. With an empty backfield and splitting 3-by-2, you can have a little bit more flexibility in how you're running that play.
And that's what we want to do to this Hutchinson defense. They're very good up the middle. They really struggle on the outsides, and especially in the pass game. So we want to attack that all night. Spartans
come to the line of scrimmage, splitting a 1-by-1. We're going to try taking it right up the middle of the field. It looked like the ball popped out for a second.
Hutchinson players are pointing that they have it.
And Hutchinson recovers a fumble at the 1-yard line. Oh, what a bummer.
Wow, I'm surprised that the refs could see the ball in those massive bodies. I'm just surprised they didn't call him down.
So the ball gets turned back over. Rocori goes down. We pick off a pass, get an interception, great field position, get down to the 1-yard line, fumble on the 1-yard line. Hutchinson takes back over. 1st and 10. We really need a defensive stronghold here. Spartans need to pin them back in the end zone and try to get this safety.
Yeah, it'll be the 2nd drive in a row that Hutchinson will start within the first 2 yards here. Spartans, we got to do a good job holding this run up the middle. They did a fullback dive the last time they were at the 2-yard line.
It wouldn't surprise me right now if they do it again based on their I formation. And they're going to go to the second back, dive him out. He's going to go into the B gap on the left side and basically pick up a yard or so on the run.
Yeah, it was a good job by Drew Schneider following the guard and getting to the gap and making the tackle. I'll bring up 2nd and 9 here for the Tigers.
Tigers kind of taking their time here, getting things going. You can tell they're a little colder right now.
Yeah, and this is the game that they play. They want to beat you with the time of possession. That's why it was one of the keys this week, and getting our Spartan defense off the field here.
2nd down for Hutch on their goal line, basically. Getting to the second, giving the handoff to the second running back coming through, and he'll punch it up for another couple of yards pickup. And that'll bring up a 3rd of about 5 for Hutchinson.
Yeah, this will be a good opportunity for the Spartans defense here, as this could be a passing situation for the Tigers, as it is a 3rd and long here. So we'll see what the Tigers do here on this 3rd and 7.
Michelle Schmitz, thanks for watching. Chris Pendergast, Dom Morini-Saponiak, Darcy Ruff, Shelly Weber, appreciate everybody tuning in. Kim Davis, thank you. 3rd and about 6 for Hutch here. Spartan defense ready to go. They got a man in motion. They're going to give it to the and that's probably going to be a false start, Matt. We got flags on the field on the snap.
It is a false start.
And that is going to be a false start on Hutchinson.
That'll bump them back half the distance to the goal line. It'll be about a yard or so.
Half the distance to the goal remains 3rd down.
So now they're going to have 3rd down and about 9. Ball is on the 1-yard line for Hutch. Spartan defense ready to go. Needing a big turnover here.
And on that last play there before the penalty, it looked like the Tigers were coming out in a shotgun formation. So that is a sure sign that they are going to pass.
So Hutch comes to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback is set in a shotgun formation. They do have a receiver split out to the left and a tight end to the right. Quarterback's going to take the snap in the shotgun. He's looking to throw the ball, and he's going to try to go deep. He's got some pressure. He avoids one of the tackles before he's stuffed at about the 5-yard line. Great pursuit by the Rocori defense, man. I think Luke Humbert is one who brought him down.
Yeah, it was a good job by the D-line getting through there and getting pressure in his face, just missing the tackle for the safety. Quarterback does a good job, steps up, and takes what he can get. And Luke does a good job stopping him before the first down to bring up 4th down.
Okay, so Luke Humbert, after making that tackle, now drops back to receive the punt. He's standing at about the Hutchinson 40. Hutch will punt from about 8 yards deep in their end zone right now. They get the punt away, and it's kind of a buffed punt. Spartans yelling poison to get away from the ball. And Hutchinson will down it at the 25-yard line, their own 25-yard line.
That was
so
about
the punt
15,
was about 24
yards.
yards. Yeah, it was I don't know how that, he just shanked it off the side of his foot, I think.
Went straight up into the air and landed around the 20-yard line and rolled for about 5 yards.
So, Matt, the momentum of the game could not be more in the Spartans' favor than it currently is right now. We've picked one off. We've got it. Everything's been in within almost their red zone, the Hutchinson red zone, the whole game, at least within the 30. We really are due here to punch one in.
Yes, we have to take advantage of these opportunities that the Tigers have been gifting us. We can't be so subtle with this. We got to punch it into the end zone here.
Spartans take the line of scrimmage in a 3-by-1 formation. Bauer looking to throw the ball. He's got receivers open. Finds Drew Schneider across the middle of the field. Drew bobbles it just off the top of his hands.
And it looked like we may have had a receiver open in the end zone, too. It looked like Luke was in the slot and ran a seam. Just missed him there. It might have been a little miscommunication as Cam looked to hand it off, and Brady was pass blocking.
That ball's got to be hard to hang on to in this cold. It feels like catching a rock at about 30 miles an hour.
Yeah, you'll see
especially with Bauer having that cannon of an arm.
Yes, you'll see a lot of body catches tonight, as using the hands will be difficult.
3-by-1 formation. Lynn in the backfield with Bauer. Bauer's going to take the snap, hand off to Lynn. Lynn's going to make someone miss on the first tackle before he's gang piled up here, and they stop his progress.
Brady Lynn on the carry. 8 of about 2, it'll be 3rd and 8.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Spartans here. We have to take advantage of this field position. Even if it isn't a first down, let's gain some yards to bring up a better position for the 4th down.
Folks, just a reminder, we're active in the chat. Please let us know where you're watching from tonight. Hopefully it's warmer than where we are right now here in Cold Spring, Minnesota. Spartans come to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and long. 3-by-2 formation. Bauer's looking to throw the ball, and he airs one out. He's going deep. He's got a receiver open.
Wow.
What a great catch.
He caught that?
How did he catch that, Matt?
Oh, my
goodness. It looked like an incomplete pass.
It looked like he caught it off the defender.
I think he probably did. That's Luke Humbert. Luke Humbert making one of the most phenomenal catches. I wish we could see that in instant replay. Folks, when this live broadcast is done, go back and look at this play again. This is absolutely incredible how he came in with that ball. And it should have been a pass interference call on top of it.
Yeah, wow. Everybody just stood there after he caught it thinking that it was an incomplete pass. Even the Spartans offense was surprised when he came up with the ball.
And there was no official marking on the field or a call on the field of whether it was incomplete or a touchdown. So great job, Luke Humbert. What a catch. Cam Bauer couldn't have put it in a better place. That brings Josh Johnson onto the field to cook the point after. And Josh's attempt is up.
Hammers.
And that's good by 20 yards for sure. He punted that thing through there almost.
That was one of the quickest, with the most velocity point after touchdown I've ever seen.
That was a rocket coming off the ball, or coming off the hold. Wow. That's incredible.
And talking to Coach Herberg before the game, he said something that the Spartans have been very proud of is our special teams. Our special teams this year has been one of the best in recent memories, with Connor punting so great this season and Josh having just an absolute boot. It's been something to marvel at this season for our special teams, and Coach Herberg said he couldn't be more proud of these guys on the special teams.
And I agree with that 100%. He should be. These guys have been working their tails off and doing a great job. I'd like to quickly announce, again, some of our equipment is kind of frozen up here, but I want to quickly announce that recognize the Booster Club title sponsors. They provide financial assistance to our athletic programs. Cold Spring Eye Clinic, Teals Market, Granite Community Bank, Bicknell Lane Family Dentistry, State Farm Insurance, Farmers Insurance, the State Bank of Cold Spring, and Cold Spring Family Dentistry. Without their help and their sponsorship, it'd be really tough to do the things that we do. We also want to mention the Farmers Insurance Agency is the Chris Pendergast agency in Cold Spring here. And Chris has done some real nice things as well. So, folks, score is 7-0, 1:37 left in the first quarter. And like I said, some of our equipment is freezing up. It's about 20 degrees, 22 degrees right now, and it's really windy up here on the field, up in the top of the bleachers. So you won't see a lot of graphics right now or some of our special effects taking place, but we were just grateful to at least be able to bring you a live stream of the game. So 1:37 left in the first quarter, 7-0. Our Spartans just scored and are kicking off. Johnson kicks one deep. It's going to be caught at about the 10-yard line. Hutchinson coming up the sideline here before they're gang tackled. At about their 27-yard line.
Zeke Cosby on the return for the Tigers. Right down at the 29.
I want to mention again just how grateful we are for all of the help tonight that we got to make this happen. The ROL family, Derek Benoit, Adam Haugen, Kyle Curran, Denny Curran, without some of you, Dylan Patterson, without your guys' help, this would have been a really extremely difficult. We do appreciate everything that you do for our football and sports programs here. So Hutchinson takes a run in the first down up the middle on the dive, and they're going to pick up about 4 yards.
Yeah, they give the dive to the fullback up the gut. Spartans do a good job holding it to only 3 yards. We should be expecting a lot more running throughout the night, as Hutchinson's passing game is very weak, as demonstrated by the 2 passing plays they've had so far.
2nd down and 7 for Hutchinson. They're going to line up in their I formation, packed in the box tight. They're going to give it to the quarterback's going to roll out looking to throw into the flat. He's just not going to have anybody there. Spartans with great coverage. That's about the 4th pass play of the game for them?
Yeah, and they've had no success this entire night, with resulting in an interception, a small gain by the quarterback, and a couple incompletions. We got to continue doing such an outstanding job on defense, not only with the run game, but the passing game. We've been locked down as well, too.
Say hi to a couple of people in the chat here. Jerry Johnson, thanks for tuning in. Dave Werlinger, appreciate it. Thank you again for all the support and tuning in. Phil Thole, watching from Kansas. Nicole Ollis, I think you're watching from Utah. Yep, looks like you're watching from Utah. Thanks for tuning in again. Lisa Stile, Marcus Bergner, Catherine Altoff, thank you. Third down for Hutch. Ball is on their own 41-yard line. They're going to take it into a shotgun. Quarterback's going to try to get out on an option, but he's not going to get very far. He fumbles the ball. It is picked up by a Hutch player.
Oh, Rocori, we got it.
Oh, Rocori picked it up.
We got it. Great job by the Spartan defense.
Spartan's defense looking strong tonight, folks.
Yeah, Hutchinson tries to go with the read option there, and the quarterback is just holding it out for anyone to grab, and he drops it and rolls a couple yards, and Carter Thielen picks it up. Great job by the Spartan defense again as we force another turnover.
From our angle up here, it almost looked as though one of the running backs from Hutch grabbed it off a bounce, but he did miss it. Carter Thielen fell on it, and Rocori takes over at the Hutch 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Spartans, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Rat Pack is quiet down there, Lisa Stile. I think they're just too cold, but they're all dressed in camo. Spartans at 1st and 10, trips to the left, give the handoff to Lynn up the middle. Lynn's going to break a few tackles for a pickup of about 3 yards on the play.
That was a good job by Brady. We should definitely be going back to these inside zones as both Hutchinson DNs, they're stand-up DNs. They shoot upfield. So then when we run our read plays, the QB does not have the ability to run, so Cam can't run because Cam has been one of our biggest threats on the ground all year. He's leading the team in rushing yards, and Hutchinson is really trying to shut him down tonight and give it to Brady and forcing it to Brady and Luke and Carter Thielen up the middle. And we got to take advantage of that when they're giving us these inside zones.
Absolutely. And they're going to let the quarter kick out of time here. End of the first quarter, Spartans up 7-0. Nate Humbert, thanks for tuning in. Amy Olson, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the support there. Again, let us know where you're watching from. We're live, the chat is live, and we appreciate the interaction very much. Just to give you folks an idea here, right now, at Rocori, I'm looking at the weather app on my phone. We'll see how accurate it feels like. It says it's 23 and feels like 13, so it's no wonder why our gear is freezing up a little bit. So we appreciate for not having special effects, or we apologize for not having special effects ready, but we have heaters up here trying to thaw things out. It's just not working as efficiently as we thought we would be able to do. So, Joel Vedelson, thanks for watching. Brenda Listman, thanks for tuning in as well. Again, I hope you folks are able to see the field and just how amazing it is from the broadcast here. Very fortunate to have all these things come together. Very grateful for everybody who's taken a part in this and helped this happen to make sure that we could play on this field tonight. Spartans take over a 2nd down and 8. Cam's going to take the snap out of the shotgun, and we got flags, and it's probably going to be a false start. And that's going to go against Rocori.
Against the Spartans. 5-yard penalty, it'll be 2nd and 13.
So that'll back Rocori up, 2nd and 13. Ball will now go to the 43-yard line of Hutchinson.
We just got to put ourselves in a good position for 3rd down here, if not picking up the 1st down. Spartans have been doing a very good job moving the ball throughout the night so far.
3-by-1 formation, 3 receivers at the bottom of the screen, 1 at the top. Lynn is going to go in motion, and that makes an empty backfield. He's going to take off down the field. Bauer's going to get some pressure, looking to throw the ball, and just misses Luke Humbert on the sideline, on the near sideline here.
That has been one of our struggles so far throughout this game, is dropped passes. But obviously with these conditions, you can understand why. Catching with hands, your hands right now is very difficult. And these boys have been trying to keep warm with the heaters on the sideline.
Most of them also have a hand warmer, hand muff that goes around their waist so they can stick their hands in there as well. But you're right, Matt. It's like catching a rock. This will bring up 3rd and long for the Spartans here. 3rd and 13. Rocori going into a left 3-by-1 formation with Brady Lynn in the backfield. Bauer's going to take the snap in the shotgun, looking to throw the ball. He's got receivers open. He's going to try to find one going deep. And then that cannon gets unleashed. And that pass is completed. And I didn't see the number on it. I'm still looking. You folks at home have a closer view than we do. But it looks like Jaden Philippi. Boy, is he having a game so far.
What a great throw by Cam. He threw that with straight arm. He didn't even get a step to throw there as there's defenders in his face. He trucks it deep. Philly does a great job keeping control of his body to reel in the ball and picks up a big gain on the 3rd and long for the Spartans.
So 11 minutes, 22 seconds left in the second quarter. We just started the second quarter. Spartans up 7-0. 1st and 10 on Hutchinson's 10-yard line. Rocori knocking on the door to score, gives it to Lynn up the middle of the field, hurdles one guy before he's tackled. Boy, we got a lot of people tuning into the chat, and I just want to mention this real quick here, Matt. Kim Davis checking in from Sauk Rapids. Thank you very much for tuning in. Makes us, and the more people we see tuning in, the less cold Matt and I get. Patty Dittman watching from Hutch, you're welcome. Derek Dwyer, attaboy alumni, kicking in, watching from Illinois. We got people watching from St. Louis Park. New Breed Zoe. Let's see, Kim Mueller, Justin Hyrung, Ashley Newman, Drew Faith, Jason Vandereyck. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Spartan 2nd down, trips to the right, one receiver to the left. It's going to be a high snap. Bauer looking to throw the ball. And that was a slant coming across the middle, just over the hands of the receiver.
Hutchinson brings the blitz there, gets a couple guys through the line of scrimmage right away. Cam has to get rid of it in a hurry, and it's just off the receiver's fingertips to bring up 3rd down.
So Spartans knocking on the door to score here. For those of you that are not able to see and you're listening to us only, it's 7-0, just over 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Ball is on the Hutchinson 8-yard line, and it's 3rd down for Rocori. Rocori knocking on the door to go up again and get another score. So Rocori comes to the offensive line of scrimmage. We got trips to the right, one receiver to the top of the screen to the left. Brady Lynn in the backfield with Bauer. Bauer takes a snap, looking to throw the ball. He starts scrambling out to the right. He's got a receiver.
Touchdown!
Open. Looks like Drew Schneider, and that's a touchdown, Rocori!
Great job by Drew. What a route, what a catch. Great job by Cam rolling out once he felt the pressure up the middle, as Hutchinson did bring the blitz again, and they put it in for 6. Great job, drive by the Spartans.
Tell you what, Matt, for as hard as that ball's got to be to handle and catch and throw right now, Rocori has shown no signs of that being a challenge, and they are moving that ball down the field well. That was a great scramble by Bauer, good route by Schneider to be able to get that touchdown connection. Johnston on to attempt the point after. We're going to kick this one again. And he blasted the last one. This one is no different. Right down the middle. And another rocket through the uprights. That puts Rocori up 14-0 with just over 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
So going back to the keys of the game, the biggest one was the time of possession.
Yes.
And right now, Rocori is winning that. We've
Absolutely.
had 2 great drives there and punching these in. It's been a great offensive performance for the Spartans tonight.
Offensively, Rocori has been so much more controlled. The tempo has been consistent. It's been kind of a, yes, we got a big play, but we're not hurrying to the ball. We're really taking our time and really making sure everything is set and ready to go. Not the typical offensive tempo we've seen for the last few games. So we've struggled a little bit in the last few games and getting into that flow. This game has been completely different.
No, this has been a different team this first half. We've played consistent so far throughout this entire game, and hopefully it can continue going as we've had issues with the consistency, especially on offense throughout the season.
For those of you just tuning in, Spartans just went up 14-0, 10 minutes left in the half, left in the second quarter here. We do apologize. Our special effects, our gear is freezing up here tonight. It's a little chilly. It feels like about 13 degrees in the stands where I'm sitting. Johnston blasts one down the sidelines, and it's going to land out of bounds. Real quick shout out here to a few people that have been tuning in. Dave, thanks for helping with the score. It is 14-0 now. Charlie Cherhart, Nate Humbert, Joyce Bauman, Philly's Aunt Lori, Jeremy Bottleberg, Joanne Christensen,
So by rule, the Tigers will start first.
Brian Noyes, Marina Schrader, Tom Ficker, Wisconsin in the house, Doreen Wentlet. Thanks for tuning in. We really do appreciate all of you people tuning in and watching. Becky Thorpe, Nick and Jamie watching from Tacoma, Washington. All right. Congrats to the fairly newlywed couple. Hutchinson's going to take over on their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 against the Spartans. We got a flag to start off right away. And the referee is not mic'd up for this game. But they suffer a 5-yard penalty to start their offensive series. Too many players on the field for Hutch.
They'll bring up a 1st and 15 for Hutchinson here as they come to the line of scrimmage with a heavy run formation.
Quarterback's going to take the snap, give to the second back of the I formation, who's going to bounce through, break a few tackles, and pick up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, good tackle there by Carter Thielen as there is a lot of green turf, ahead of that running back.
That's right. We got to change their language here a little bit, don't we? From grass to turf. So Vonnie DeGeese, thanks for tuning in. Karen Winter, thank you. So 2nd and long for Hutch as they come to the line of scrimmage. Ball on their own 38-yard line. Everybody's packed in the box right now for this series. Hutch gives to the second running back behind his lead blocker. He's going to break a few tackles, and he's probably going to get that 1st down, it looks like.
Yeah, they do a good job with the fullback kicking out the linebacker, opening a lane there for the running back. Picks up 8, but there is a flag. We'll see what that is.
That's a face mask on Rocori. That's going to give him a few more yards added on. That couldn't have felt too good on the hands. Mike Fable in the house. Thanks for checking in, Mike.
Face mask penalty against the Spartans.
So the face mask penalty on Rocori moves the change. This is the first time Hutch has been across their own 50-yard line all game. 9:30 left in the second quarter. Score is 14-0. It's 1st and 10 for Hutch. Hutch takes their offense, packed in the box, quarterback under center in the I formation. Going to give the dive to the first running back. Whistles blow after a little while here. That seemed to be a long whistle there, didn't it? A long wait for the whistle. They pick up about 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they go back to that fullback dive. Spartans have been doing a good job stopping that up the middle. Only picks up 2 there.
Jordan Schmitz tuning in from Orlando, Florida. Hopefully that weather's nice and warm down in there. Please send some up here ASAP. Tim Kramer, Cam and Teddy Kramer watching. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Ben Lynn and Katie Kramer watching. Thank you. 14-0, a little over 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. 2nd and 8 for Hutchinson. Hutchinson's going to take the snap. They're going to give to the second back. He's going to pound up the middle again, and he's going to pick up about another 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, the running back does a good job lowering his shoulder and just barreling into bodies. That could not have felt good.
And this is pretty much all we're going to see out of Hutchinson tonight, I think. They're just going to pound the rock right up the middle. They're going to keep running up our throats, and we just need to keep packing the box like we've been doing. They've only thrown the ball 4 times, have not been successful in any of their throwing. Hutch runs to the line of scrimmage. They got 3rd and 4. Just over 8 minutes left in the second quarter. 14-0 Spartan lead. Quarterback under center with an I-back formation. Going to give to the second running back. He's going to pound through again. He's going to pick up another 1st down. And this is where Hutch gets dangerous, Matt, with this running game that they run. This is their bread and butter. They just wear and tear on you.
Yes, this is their bread and butter, as you said. They are a locomotive train when they get going like this. They are hard to stop. These big boys from Hutchinson play this game so physical. We got to do a better job matching their physicality up top right now.
1st and 10 for Hutch. Ball is on the Spartan 34-yard line. And they're going to run it again right up the middle. He's going to break a few tackles on the way. He's still going. Ball's not down yet. Before they finally bring him down. Rocori looked like they're going for a strip there, man.
Yeah, we're tackling a little too high right now. We got to get down, get our head across the near hip, and drive these guys back. That's another 1st down for Hutchinson. We got to do a better job right now.
Real quick shout out to Jake Krakelberg. This is straight up for Matt Hennon here. Jack Toffin, Parker Cox, Nolan Notch tuning in from Avon. You got some super fans over there, Matt. That's pretty awesome. Rob Klein, thanks for tuning in as well. 1st and 10 for Hutch. Ball's on the Spartan 21-yard line. 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. They're going to give it up the middle of the field. Spartans are going to make the tackle. And that looks like Drew Schneider solo tackled that one for a pickup of about 3 yards.
Yeah, right now we are just getting beat off the line of scrimmage. They are pushing us back 2, 3, 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Our guys up front need to match the physicality to end this drive right here.
Adam Richardson, Angie Mergen, Ellen Schneider, Nick Fable from Waconia. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Spartans up 14-0. 2nd and 7 for Hutch. He's going to try to jump in the middle of the pile there as he gets the handoff. He's not going to get very much on that one, though. Pickup of maybe 2 yards, I believe. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards.
Yeah, that play was a good job by the D-line there. As we preach at Rocori, if you're getting pushed back, pull the guys down with you. There you could see there's a little bit of a pile there in front of the running back, not allowing him to get any more yards. And Drew does a good job stopping him for a short gain there to bring up a 3rd and short for the Tigers.
Big play for the Spartans right here on defense. Ball is on the Spartan 15-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Hutchinson's taking under center, and they're going to give to their second big back in the handoff. He's going to be flipped up, down, out that line of scrimmage. And we'll see where they place him on this, or they give him for a ball placement. I don't think it's enough for a 1st down.
Nope, that'll bring up 4th down. Another good job by the D-line.
4th and short.
Yeah, bringing the D-line or the offensive line down with them to create a pile and upending the running back. It was a great job by the D-line there.
Huge play for the Spartan defense coming up here. 4th and 2 on their own 12-yard line. Hutchinson knocking on the door to try to get their first score of the game. It's 14-0 with 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Hutchinson's ready to pack the box here. They actually lined up in a wishbone formation there with 3 backs in the backfield, which is something we haven't seen yet. But they're ready to run the ball. Rocori takes a timeout to talk it over, and as they take a timeout, I want to give a couple of shout-outs here. John Young deserves one of the biggest shout-outs of the night as well in regards to the work he's done with the Booster Club as being a project manager on this turf project here at Rocori. And John could not be here in person tonight. But John, we want to let you know just how much we appreciate you, all of the work you do behind the scenes to make things happen for our community, our kids, our athletes, our staff, and just the whole community in general. So you couldn't be more appreciated than you are, and we're sad you couldn't be here tonight to hear that in person. Jason Klein, thanks for tuning in as well. Matt, this has been an interesting game so far. The whole first quarter, Rocori just owned it. They had them pinned within the 30-yard line, the Hutchinson's own 30-yard line the entire quarter. They didn't even get out of that zone. Now the second quarter, we're 5.5 minutes left in the second. Rocori's up 14-0, and they've marched the field on us slowly, but they're taking its toll.
Yeah, and that's going back to the keys of the game. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run up the time of possession for themselves. These are the types of situations where the core defense, we can bend, but we can't break here.
Big play. Hutchinson coming out in a wishbone formation, packing the box here. 4th and 2 yards. They're going to give to the last back. He's going to get stuck.
Great
He's going to
job.
get denied
Let's
on the
go.
4th down play.
Wow, great job by the Rocori defense coming up big as the Tigers were driving, and we stuffed them on a 4th and short.
Rocori defense completely denying any gain of yardage on that play. Big job, big play. James Herberg's timeout paying off dividends right now. Rocori's going to take over 1st down on their own 15-yard line with 5.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Score is 14-0. Big stop by the Rocori defense.
Yeah, folks, Hutchinson, they do not struggle to pick up 1 or 2 yards. They almost every play they do that with these big boys all season long. Not tonight. Great stop by the Spartans defense. Let's go offense.
Spartans come out 1st and 10. They're in a 2-by-1 formation with a back in the backfield and a wing back. Bauer's going to take the snap. He's going to take it himself up the middle of the field. He's going to break a few tackles before he comes across the Spartan 26-yard line. Did a tackle at about the Spartan 27. That moves the chains for a 1st down.
Yeah, great job there by Camden, reading the defense, finding a hole, getting up the middle, and gain a big gain there for 14 yards.
This will be a 1st down and 10 for the Spartans. The ball will be placed on their 26.5-yard line. Spartans come out of their offensive huddle in a 3-by-1 formation. 3 receivers to the near side of your screen, 1 to the top. Brady Lynn in the backfield to the right of Cam Bauer. Cam's going to take the snap, looking to hand off, but he fakes it. He's going to keep the ball running out to the wing here for a sweep, and he might have enough yards for another 1st down.
And that's a great job by Jaden Philippi, the wide receiver on the near side here, blocking his corner, allowing Cam to gain 9 yards there. Great job by Philly and great run by Cam.
This brings up 2nd and 2 for for the Spartans. Cam didn't quite make it to the first down on that last run. Ball placed on the Spartan 36-yard line. Spartans come out in a 2-by-1 formation, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Brady Lynn in the backfield with Bauer. Bauer's going to take the snap out of the shotgun. He's going to read the handoff. He's going to bobble the handoff with Lynn. It will be a fumble, recovered by Cam for a loss of yards.
Yeah, Cam really tried to extend that read as the defender came shooting upfield. Got to make a little bit quicker of a read and do a little bit better job there.
Dave Thompson watching from Otsego. Nice to have you joining us. Thank you. Sandy Ashfeld watching. Nice to see you tune in. Larry Schrader, we agree. That was a great stop. 3rd and 10 for the Spartans. Ball on their own 27-yard line. Got another 3rd and long. Spartans come out in a trips left formation, 1 receiver to the near side. Cam's going to take the snap out of the shotgun and get some pressure. It's going to be a screen pass to Brady Lynn, who's going to break the first tackle. He's got the first down and a lot more. Corners make some progress on him. Our receivers did a great job blocking downfield for him.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line getting downfield to find some corners and safeties to block there. Great job by Cam adjusting his positioning to make that throw as there's defenders 2-3 right in his face. And great job by Brady making a couple guys miss. This has been an awesome performance by our offense tonight.
Brady Lynn is also having just a heck of a game so far this half. He's been running the ball well, catching the ball. He's got great sight vision on the field, making the shake and bake moves, breaking tackles. It's been great to see Brady Lynn doing a great job. Spartans get a 1st and 10 across midfield now. Ball's on the Hutch 45-yard line. 3-by-1 formation. Bauer's going to take the snap and hand off to, I think, Carter Thielen, who will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we tried going back to that inside zone. It'll be a short gain here for the Spartans as the Tigers do a good job stuffing the middle there.
Welcome a few people to the broadcast. Matt Hesse. Thanks, Matt, for tuning in. Reed Bartel, Brett Sawada, Sistai Lutke.
Thielen on the carry, gain of a yard and second.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in tonight. Let us know where you're watching from. 2nd and 9 for the Spartans. 3-by-1 formation. Cam takes the snap in the shotgun. Cam's going to have to scramble a little bit. He's moving. He's got a man open on the far sideline. He gets the ball off, and that's a caught ball.
And Cam has been doing that all season. He evades the defenders as they're coming up into his face, buys some time for his receivers to get them to the soft spots of the zone coverage, makes a great pass, and picks up the first down. Cam is he's been playing great all season like that.
I agree, and that pass complete to Humbert on the far sideline brings the Spartans to another first down. We're still moving the chains, and the ball is now on the Hutch 35-yard line. So we got a 1st down and 10. There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Spartans are up 14-0. Spartans come back out in a 3-by-2 formation, empty backfield. Only Cam in the back. He's going to take it out of the shotgun. Lynn is going to come in motion. He's going to take the handoff, fake the handoff. And Bauer's going to keep it. He's going to get up around the far side of the sidelines up there for another nice pickup of running yards by the quarterback.
Yeah, Camden's doing it all through the air and on the ground. He's been having a great night tonight and picks up a big gain for the Spartans to push us into the red zone.
Kathy Taylor, don't you worry about it. You keep those comments coming. It's great to hear from you. Angie Carlson tuning in from Maple Grove. Joan Willenbring tuning in. Thank you.
13-yard line.
Minute and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Spartans up 14-0. Coming to the line of scrimmage on a 1st and 10. Ball on the Hutchinson 13-yard line. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Lynn in the backfield with Bauer. Bauer's going to take the snap, give it to Lynn on the handoff up the middle of the field. Lynn is going to walk right in for another touchdown.
Great job by the offense there. Huge gap. You could drive a truck through that for the offensive line. And Brady does a great job finishing off the run, making a little spin move there to avoid a couple tacklers. Punches it in for 6. Spartans up 20-0.
So we still got a minute and 25 seconds left until half. Spartans up 20-0, bringing in Josh Johnston to try to poke through another extra point. He's 2 for 2 so far tonight. And his 2 for 2 have been nothing but solid 100% attempts right down the middle of the pipes. See if he can make this 3 for 3. Here's the snap. The kick is up. And it's good. And that puts Johnston at 3 for 3 on extra point attempts tonight. Good job, Josh Johnston. Zach Johnson, offensive coordinator for the Rocori Spartans, has come up with one heck of a game plan this evening. He's done a phenomenal job calling plays.
Yeah, he has, and you got to give some credit to the guys finally finding their rhythm throughout the entire first half. Our consistency, our tempo, everything's been there so far. This has been our best offensive performance, our best offensive half all season.
And the Spartans will be taking the field here in just a moment to do another kickoff. 21-0, minute 25 seconds left in the second quarter. And what a great night it's been so far. Temperature is about 13 degrees outside. Some of our equipment, as I mentioned before, is starting to freeze up, so we don't have any of our special effects able to take place tonight. So you're missing your scroll bar of the score in the quarter on the bottom of the screen, and a few of our other effects are our starting lineups, offensive, defense, and our coaching crew as well. So we apologize for that, but we need to figure out a way to thaw this stuff out and heat it up here to be able to make that work. Johnston set to kick off for the Spartans. And he's going to kick another big one. This is going to be received down at the 10-yard line for Hutchinson. He'll try to get a run back here. He'll have a return out to about the 27-yard line. Glenetta Cabilio, I hope I said that right, supporting Josh Venable from Dallas, Texas. The score is 21-0. We appreciate you tuning in.
29-yard line. Hutch will start 1st and 10 on the Spartan on their own 29-yard line.
Love the chat, folks. Love it. Just please keep it up. Keep it up. We enjoy interacting with you. 1st and 10 for Hutch. Ball is on their own 29-yard line. Of course, they're packing the box. They're in an I formation, one running back in front of the other. They're going to give it to the first lead back on a dive, who's going to be tackled right away.
Again, Rocori does a good job on that fullback dive that Hutchinson's been trying to run all night for another short gain.
2nd and 9.
Derek Schmidt, we're going to remind you to keep your comments pleasant or we will block you from the entire chat. That's uncalled for, not appropriate. We don't need it. 2nd down for Hutchinson as they have another dive. And that gets to about the line of scrimmage for them, and that brings up 3rd down and about 8 for Hutchinson. Russell Lane Kaltoff, thanks for tuning in as well. Ball on the Hutchinson 32-yard line. It's going to be halftime here in about 10 seconds. We'll see if another play gets off here or not. Looks like the Spartans will take the lead 21-0 going into halves as the clock ticks down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hutchinson does just get the play off in time. It's going to be a run play to the second running back, the halfback, who will be tackled at about the 37-yard line. Spartans going into halftime with a great first half, Matt. Going into halftime with a 21-0 lead over the Hutchinson team here tonight. And folks, I want to remind you to stay tuned. We do have a halftime interview coming up with Superintendent Brad Kelvington. He'll be up here in just a moment to get a quick rundown of the state of the district and how things are going here this year and all of the support that he has for our school system here and the things that he does, give you a better idea of how that looks. So, again, we want to give a big thank you to a lot of people here tonight. We're going to start with our family at ROL, River of Life, Adam Haugen, Derek, Benoit, Dylan Patterson, Denny Curran, Kyle Curran. Thank you for everything that you've done for us in order to get this game off. And we're going to make sure that we want to give our thanks out there. So we got Brad Kelvington joining us, Superintendent of Rocori School District. Brad, thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for asking me.
Absolutely. It's a nice warm night, isn't it?
Great night for football.
This is a beautiful night. So, Brad, I want to just ask you a few questions
Sure.
here. First about the turf field and what's that process been like for you?
Well, I've been thinking about this for a while, and sometimes life hands you lemons. And not being able to have football right away, and the thought, Coach Herbert comes to me and says, hey, there's an opportunity that we can make some lemonade out of this deal, and I'd like to throw this turf idea at you. I go, absolutely, let's do it. So let's make some lemonade out of lemons, and tonight you can see what the fruit of that labor was.
It's been a heck of a project, and we've had so many people involved with this project as well, you know, with you and your role in the school board and Joel Baumgarten's role as an activities director. But can you just mention maybe who else has all had a player and role in this?
So when this project started to come to me, the Booster Club was the main driver of this with Coach James Herberg. And so our role as a superintendent and a school board is just say, go for it. And that's a great role to have. And then to see all of the work behind the scenes that went to it with, again, I'm going to miss some people, but Kramers and Cold Spring and Blattners and River Youth, all of the donors, you got to have a village to raise a child. And tonight we saw what the village can do.
I think it's one of the biggest things about this community is the partnership that the school has with the businesses and with our families, our parents. We bring everybody in, and it's just such a tight-knit place.
Yeah, it's Rocori proud tonight.
It really is. It really, truly is. So, Brad, let me ask you a few other questions here. Projects in the school district. I know you had a crazy busy summer this last summer and even into the fall here.
Yeah.
What types of things took place over the summer?
Well, so one of the projects you see tonight, but what I also want to remember is that tonight's not just about a football field. This is a classroom. And so this is going to be instruction. And we're going to have soccer. We're going to have lacrosse. We're going to have classrooms out here. Some of the other projects that have been going on over the summer, we redid our high school parking lot. We put a brand new HVAC system in at Richmond Elementary. And we did roofing projects all over the district. So we just make improvements. And
our buildings just keep getting better and better and keep remodeling here and there and fixing the things that need to be fixed, setting our students up for the best possible scenario they can be in.
We also have a one-to-one initiative going on. We're trying to bring technology and bring our students laptops and iPads, and so you can't sit still.
That's right. That's right. If we're idle, we're doing something wrong.
If you're not growing, you're dying.
That's right. You know, one of the other things I want to mention too is Brad's vision in the district has been just instrumental in taking us from level A to level B, and it's just going to keep on going forward. And I'd like to get your viewpoint on co-curricular and how important that is.
Yeah, it's no secret that I've been an educator and a coach my whole entire life, and I absolutely see how activities, and not just athletics, but activities including speech, drama, robotics, all of those things go hand in hand to a learning experience. So kids can learn as much in the classroom as they can on the field, and I just think it's a great marriage between the two.
Absolutely, and with the support that we have between our athletic department, our school board, our superintendent, and like I said, our tight-knit community with the businesses and the families that we have here, it just drives everything to that upper level.
I think you said it all right there. I mean, just again, it takes a village to raise a child, and no matter where that is, whether it's in the classroom or whether it's on a field, we're all together to make sure that we're doing what's best for kids.
That's right. So, Brad, now you've been in the district. This is your how many years?
This is the third year that I've been here.
Third year you've been here, and just to gain a kind of a perspective of where you were year one to where you are year three.
This is actually my 30th year of education. I started as a teacher in South Dakota for 10 years and went into the administration and been in Minnesota since. So principal at Renville County West, and then Foley, and now superintendent here.
It's been a great ride, I'm sure.
There's been every day is a new day, and that's what's great about education is you're never going to have the same thing twice.
Absolutely. Well, Brad, I don't want to keep you tonight. I know you got other things that you need to check in on and get back to the game, but I want to thank you for the opportunity to come on and join us tonight.
Go Spartans!
So that's Brad Kelvington, superintendent of Rocori Schools, and we're grateful to have him with us this evening. And again, all the support and things that he's given us have been pretty phenomenal. Folks, just a quick update here on some other things that have taken place over the last week. Rocori's activities has done very well and competed at high levels. This last Tuesday, our 9th grade football team finished their season. They played a game down at Hutchinson in the snowstorm that took place. It was a cold, snowy game, but they ended up with an 8-8 tie to finish their season, so nice job, 9th grade football. JV football played on Monday night this week down at Delano in a rainy game. So we had rain Monday and snowstorm Tuesday. So the rainy game Monday night with the JV came out with a big win, 34-8 over Delano. They advanced their record to 2-1, and they will play next Monday night here against the Hutchinson JV team. And then that will end the JV season for this year. So good luck to the JV football team at Rocori. And folks, just some kind of scheduling things coming up for our varsity program. So tonight is the last the last home game, or last regular season. I'll get it right yet. Last regular season home game for the Spartans. And now next week we'll move into playoffs as Matt joins us. Matt, we're going to start playoffs Tuesday of next week. And depending on how things shake out tonight for our Rocori team and a few other teams in the section, Rocori could end up with a bye next Tuesday. And that would have them playing next Saturday, November 21st. And that would be an afternoon or an evening game. So if Rocori keeps up their tempo tonight, come away with the win, and we have a few things shake out, it looks like Rocori could have a bye on Tuesday of next week, which would be great. One of the things that Rocori football team participated in last week was an opportunity to do some community service through Operation Christmas Child. And the team packed gift boxes for needy children to go out to over 100 different countries around the world. And they packed it with things like hygiene items and clothing, some footballs, school supplies, things like that they just can't afford. And so the football team took part in that. They did get a receipt or a label so they can track to see who gets their package and actually know that it got delivered to another child across the globe, which is pretty phenomenal. And we've talked so much about community service and what family means to the Rocori coaching staff. This just goes hand in hand with that.
Yeah, it really does. The family aspect, it goes out so far throughout the community. It's such a great sight to see.
So, as you can see and I'm hoping you can see this in your screen, but Matt and I talking, it's just steam coming off our masks. My mask is completely wet right now from the steam and the cold air. But it's cold. It's I think it's dropped down to about 11 degrees when you factor in the wind chill right now. It's nice and chilly, and some of our gear was frozen up, so we did have to have it in the press box thawing out. It looks like it might be coming out of hibernation mode there. And Adam Haugen, our technology director back here, our tech guru, says we should be set and ready to go. We do have a couple of heaters back here as well. So we are going to actually just play you some of the graphics and things that we normally have. Are we ready, Adam, for that? Adam says yes, so we're going to try to give it a go here. One of the things that we're going to start with is Operation Christmas Child, which is what our football team was involved with last week. And we're going to hopefully get that slide ready. Here we go. This is a phenomenal opportunity for these boys to share their heart and their giving aspect to other kids that they don't even know. So that was another good opportunity for us to just highlight some of the work that the Spartan football team is involved with behind the scenes, the things that you guys don't ever get a chance to see outside of game night and practice night. So, and we've talked so much about community service and the things that James Herberg has instilled in his team, Matt being a product of one of those. Matt, as we mentioned, had the most community service hours provided by any player for three straight years? Two straight years. And I think, so tell us what Coach Herberg requires again?
We have a requirement of, I believe it's 6 hours of community service in order to letter. Obviously, you have to play some varsity snaps as well, but for the most part, everybody does letter. And
I believe now for 2 years in a row, were you up around like 60 hours?
I got 64 and 65 in
so
both
if
years.
that doesn't tell you the heart of this kid, as an alumni, Matt Hennon here, we're so grateful to have him back and be such a great role model for all of our athletes, especially our football players, since he's involved with football here at Rocori. So again, I want to give some more gratitude, some shout-outs to a few people. Of course, Superintendent Kelvington for the halftime interview. Thanks again, Brad, for doing that. Joel Baumgarten, we cannot thank you enough for the work you did. Joel was out most of the day today getting this field ready by himself. And that guy has a heart on him as big as anybody that you can ever imagine. So, Joel, we're grateful for you and all the work that you do. And again, folks, if you know Joel, our activities director here at Rocori, or have had opportunity to play under him or work with him or be a student of his in the past, flood the comments with some good things about Joel, because he needs to hear that and see that and know that how well he's appreciated, how much he's appreciated. We also want to thank our grounds crew, Terry Valentine and the work that he did today. And I know Vern Allis was out here. Vern did a great job today as well. Those guys were out here freezing, and they're just going to town, getting everything ready to go. Kramer Excavating and Trucking put up our goalposts by about, 1 o'clock today, and the flagpole was put up. Everything came together at the last minute to make this field happen. The parents, the football parents that came out last night and the night before to shovel the field, the bleachers, and the players to shovel the field. Folks, this could not have happened in a more last minute, but yet everybody pulled together way than it did. And it's just been amazing to go through this process. So we've got about 35 seconds left until the end of the half. And as soon as we get back, now that we have our graphics back, it looks like we have our scroll bar of the score in the corner on the bottom back. And again, Adam Haugen, our technology guru back here, making this happen for us. Feel free, if you know Adam, flood the comments with some love for him too, because without him, the special effects and none of those things would ever take place. So he's just kind of a mastermind back here. We're grateful to have him here. If you missed the national anthem, Derek Benoit, what a rendition of the national anthem he sang.
Yeah, one of the best ones I've heard in a while. It was a great job.
Just an amazing voice. So he is slotted to sing our first playoff game at home as well if we get that bid. And he sang tonight. You can go back into the feed when the game is done, or if you're on YouTube, you can scroll back, check that out. But it'll blow your socks off. He did an amazing job. So we're going to take just a quick couple-second break here. Looks like the Spartans are coming out of their heated tent. They should be thawed out and ready to go. And we'll be back with you in just a minute. Second half. I want to give a few shout outs here to a few people that are tuning in to our live stream. Let's see here. I gotta scroll down quite a ways. I think I missed a few people as we were going through, but Amy Cook, thanks for tuning in. Jenny Tice. Todd Van Erp. Jen Schneider, thanks for tuning in. Drew's been having a great game.
Johnston to kick off for the Spartans to start the second
Devon
half.
Spanier.
Wrench back deep for the Tigers.
And Jill Ficker, Angie Knapp, Belinda Walsh, thank you. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Spartans set to kick off to start the second half. Right now they're in the lead 21-0. Good blocking. And here's the kick by Johnson. It's a shorter kick. It'll take a bounce and then get out of bounds.
Johnson's kick goes out of bounds. Tigers will start first and 10 on their 35-yard line.
Hutchinson will take over first and 10. They're going to get the snap. Fumbles the snap, though. Quarterback fumbles the snap, and then we'll be back there in a hurry to be downed and tackled by the Spartans. Bring up a long second down to start the second half for the Hutchinson team here.
Nagel tackled in the backfield by Humbert and Dronto.
We have great news for you. We got some special effects back in action. Their equipment thawed out a little bit, so you'll see the score on the bottom along with the quarter. We're just out of halftime now in the third quarter of the game. Hutchinson's going to take the ball second and about 17 yards. They're going to give the handoff to the halfback, who's going to try to plunge up the middle, but be stopped almost at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good job by the Rocori defense there. That'll bring up a big third and long for this Tiger offense. Spartans really got to capitalize on this here.
Cole Nelson, please give a shout out to every one of those people that you just named up at Deer Camp. That's a lot of folks. We appreciate all of you watching and tuning in. Thank you so much. Third and long, third and about 15 for Hutchinson. It looks like they're going to try to throw the ball. Nope, quarterback's going to keep it. Get to about a line of scrimmage, maybe a pickup of a 1 yard or maybe a couple yards there on that play.
Yeah, it's interesting. They go with the run on the third and very long. Obviously, they've had little to no success this entire game throwing the ball, so maybe they thought running the ball would be a better option. But the Spartans do a great job in picking that up right away and only allowing 3-4 yards on the carry.
Randy and Jill Ficker, thanks for tuning in from Florida. Hutchinson back up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to punt here on a fourth down and long. It's like Humbert's back to receive. Snap is off, the punt is up. It's going to be a pretty decent punt. Humbert's backpedaling. Going to let it bounce and get away from it. It's going to take a Hutchinson roll down to about the Rocori 15-yard line.
That one was a lot better than his last one, Jake.
That was a much better punt for him. I think he was a little bit ready for some redemption on that. So the Spartan offense will take over 10 minutes into, a couple minutes into the third quarter, 10 minutes left in the third quarter.
Anderson's punt rolls to stop.
Spartans in the lead 21-0.
56-yard punt.
For those of you that can't see this, it's hilarious. Matt's feet are now numb. He's trying to get his hand warmers that he's stuck in his shoes activated. He's shaking the whole bleacher up here trying to get this baby going. I feel for him, but at the same time, I don't because I'm sitting right next to him nice and toasty.
Yeah, forgot the boots down in Marshall today.
Spartans take over on offense, trips right. Bauer back in the shotgun, going to take the snap, looking to throw the ball, but he hands off to Lynn, and Lynn's going to be buried pretty much right at the spot of the handoff.
Yeah, Hutchinson's size definitely showed up there on that play. Corey's offensive line's got to do a better job of keeping on the bodies for longer, as that was a big loss there.
So this brings up second and about 13 for the Spartans. Spartans come out in their offensive huddle. They're in a trips right formation, one receiver to the top of the screen. Bauer's going to take the snap. He's looking to throw the ball. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him. Hutchinson's going to catch up to him, though, and that's going to pin him back for a loss.
Yeah, it was good coverage by Hutchinson. Cam trying to extend the play there, running out to his right. Gets what he could and picks up a couple yards to bring up a 3rd and 8 for the Rocori offense here.
Gain of 5, it's 3rd and 8.
Third and 8 for the Spartans. Official timeout on the field here. We've got a gear malfunction for one of the Hutchinson players. How do we get him out? How do we get him out? Can we?
Go! Great job by the Rocori offensive line, creating a gap for Brady Lynn, and Brady makes the defense pay with his getaway speed there, brings it down to the Hutchinson 20-yard line. Great play by the Spartans offense, and a great way to start this drive.
Spartans come out on an offensive set in a 3-by-1. Schneider's in motion. They're going to give it to Carter Thielen up the middle. Carter's going to get hit at about the line of scrimmage and pick up maybe a yard on that play.
On the carry. Gain of 2, it's 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 from Carter there on the inside zone. Bring up a 2nd and 8 for Rocori here.
Do you want the club? So 2nd and 8 for Rocori. They've been running the trips right formation for most of this offensive series. Now they come out in a trips left formation. Matt Torberg by himself on the bottom of the screen. Carter Thielen in the backfield. Bauer looking to pass the ball. He's got Thielen in the flat for a little screen play. Thielen's going to break the first tackle, and he's going to walk into the end zone.
Touchdown!
Rocori, touchdown!
Let's go. Another screen play from the Rocori offense. Great job by the O-line, getting downfield, getting on the blocks. Matt does a great job blocking that corner on the outside, and Carter Thielen walks in for the touchdowns to put the Spartans up 27-0. Let's go.
I tell you what, we took the worst end of that deal, Max, is now it's being called back on a holding penalty. What a great play and a little mental mistake to have that call back. Carter Thielen with a great run.
Yeah, that was a great job by all the guys all around, the receivers, the linemen, and the running back to get everything in sync there to pick up the big gain and the touchdown. It's a real shame that it got brought back there.
Spartan's going to look for a little redemption here. It's 2nd and 9. They need this. It's coming out in the trips left formation. Carter Thielen in the backfield. One receiver split down to the bottom of the screen. That's Tucker Hutchinson. Bauer's going to take the snap in the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Thielen, who's going to run up the middle of the field. Carter's still got some energy left. Cut it out to the left-hand side, and he's going to bring it down to about the 10, but we got a flag on the play.
Yeah, Carter making his moves left and right and juking guys out. Big gain there for the Spartan offense, but it is another hold on Rocori.
We've been on 2nd down for 3 plays in a row here.
And we're going backwards.
Now one's going to be an illegal block on Rocori. That'll bring him back a few more yards again. So now Rocori's looking. They're still on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 9 right now.
From the 21.
Spartans out of the huddle. They're going to be in a 2-by-2 formation. Bauer ready to take the snap. We got a man in motion. That's going to be Humbert. He's going to give the ball to Thielen. Thielen's going to break a tackle up the middle of the field, and he's going to keep going. He's going to get all the way down, almost to the 5-yard line. Great run by Carter Thielen, busting through some tackles.
Yeah, he really shows off his moves here, shifting left and right, juking these guys out. Does a great job getting upfield, getting the yards he can get, and putting the offense closer to score here.
Drew Schneider coming off the field. Bauer's running the play in. It's going to bring up a 1st and goal for the Spartans. Ball's placed on the 6-yard line right now. Spartans in the lead, 21-0 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Spartans in a different style formation here than what we're used to seeing, with 2 wing backs on the right. Bauer's going to take the snap, and he's going to run around the right-hand side. He's going to cut it in, and for a touchdown, Cam Bauer running it in another one.
Cam punches it in for 6 on the outside run. Design QE run, great job blocking on the outside from the receivers, and that puts the Spartans up 27-0. Let's go.
And the best part about that play, Matt, not one flag hit the field.
Yes.
So the officials agree that's going to be a solid touchdown with no callback on that one. And now Josh Johnson's going to be on for his 4th extra point attempt of the game. He's 3 for 3 so far, lining up for his number 4. Bad snap. We're going to try to get the kickoff anyway, and he does. And he makes the extra point.
What?
How did Tucker Hutchinson, who was holding that ball, get the ball down while being tackled, and Johnston kicking it up and good?
Tucker got tackled, and it still went through the uprights.
That was insane. I've never seen anything like that. What a great job, guys. And that brings the score 28-0. Rocori over Hutchinson. Rocori is just firing on all cylinders right now, Matt. This has been one of the best third quarters they've had all season, and they really have pulled the consistency from the last 5 games they've been lacking. They pulled it together tonight. It's been a consistent game offensively and defensively for 3 straight quarters so far.
Yes, it has been the most well-rounded game by the Spartans this entire year.
Johnston to kick off for the Spartans.
This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. And the Shield boys.
It's great when your equipment thaws out and we can bring back in the special effects. And here we go. Kickoff for Josh Johnston coming up post Rocori touchdown. Johnston set, and here comes the kick. He's going to hang around the left-hand or upper part of the sidelines up on the top side of your screen. It's going to be received at the 12-yard line. He's going to break a few tackles to be brought down around the Hutchinson 28-yard line.
Yeah, it is really nice to have a kicker like Josh that can put these field goals up through the uprights. It's not something that Rocori has had in a good while.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a nice change of pace for us to look into and see it developing and happening. It's been great to have take place tonight against this Hutchinson team. So Hutch has taken over 1st and 10. The ball's going to be on their own 28-yard line. 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. They're going to take it out of the shotgun. Quarterback's going to try to keep it. He's looking to throw deep, but he's got nothing. He's well covered, so the quarterback's got to tuck and run, and he'll pick up about 8 yards on the rumble.
Yeah, it looked like they had a one-man route concept, only having the one receiver on the bottom side of your screen go for a slant, and the Spartans did a good job covering that. So the quarterback was left with no choice but to run the ball. The boys do a good job pursuing and gang tackling him for a gain of 8.
So that brings up 2nd down and about 2 yards for Hutch. Ball's placed on their 36-yard line. Spartan defense in a 4-man front right now. Quarterback's going to be taken under center in an I formation, going to give it to the lead fullback on a dive. He's going to run over a couple of guys before he brings it across midfield. And that was a tough run there by that number 35.
Yeah, and that was his biggest gain all night, as he's only had around 2 to 3 yards each other time he's ran the ball on that fullback dive. Spartans have a little mental lapse there, allowing a big gap up the middle. But we'll see what they can do on this next defensive series here, or this next set of downs.
1st and 10 for Hutch. As soon as it plays over, we're going to show you the starting lineup for the defensive side of the ball for the Spartans. Quarterback's going to drop the ball in a fumble, and they're going to fall on it. Here are our defensive starters.
Weaver, Mississippi Heights Elementary.
Tucker Hutchinson, the St. Boniface Elementary.
Philippi, Cold Spring Elementary. Tegan Duranto, Kennedy Elementary.
Luke Humbert, the St. Boniface Elementary.
Carter Thielen, St. Peter and Paul Elementary.
Brady Blattner, St. Peter and Paul University. Nicholas Stoll, St. Wendelins, Luxembourg.
Brendan Franklin, Benson Elementary.
Tanner Rausch, St. Boniface Elementary.
Drew Schneider, St. Boniface Elementary.
2nd and 11 for Hutchinson. They're going to try to bring a sweep around the far side of the field, and we got a flag on the play.
On the carry, there's a flag on the play.
Looks like it'll be holding, and it is.
And that's going against Hutch.
Holding penalty against the Tigers.
It's always fun to get our player profiles on there for our starters on offense and defense. And we'll show you our offensive starters when we switch sides of the ball here coming up. This is going to bring up a long 2nd down for Hutchinson.
Holding penalty against Hutch.
Looking at about 2nd and 20. Quarterback's going to be taking this out of the shotgun. He's got a back on each side of him, and he may be looking to throw the ball. He's going to give it a handoff to his right wing back. It's going to be wrapped up and brought down for a pickup of about 5 yards.
Yeah, it was a good job by the DN, keeping contained and forcing the guy to go upfield. And the Spartans do a good job rallying to the ball, which will bring up a 3rd and long for the Hutchinson Tigers here.
Keith Thorberg watching from Deer Camp. Thanks for tuning in. Eli Emerson, thanks for tuning in. This brings up a 3rd and very long for the Hutchinson Tigers. Quarterback's going to be back in a shotgun formation. Fumbling the snap. Rocori going to get some pressure on him, and he's going to be brought down about the line of scrimmage. This is going to be a very long 4th down, Matt, and I'm assuming they're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, quarterback just fumbles the ball, and the Spartans get through the line of scrimmage there for a short gain on the play.
Doug Heinen and Matt Gothier, thanks for tuning in. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Sandy Wagner watching from California, thanks for watching or tuning in for us as well. Hutchinson showing no signs of punt here, Matt. They're going to send a couple receivers out to the far side of the field, though. 4th and about 14 yards. It's going to be a high snap. Quarterback's going to take it out of the shotgun. He's got a man open on the screen, and we got a flag on the play again.
Nagel's pass to complete the wrench. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like it'll be on Hutchinson here.
I would bet that Rocori will decline the penalty and take over on downs. Looks like the offensive boys are ready to take the field.
Yeah, it was a great stop.
And they are going to be declined. So as the Spartan offense takes the field, we're going to show you our Spartan offensive starting lineup.
1st and 10 on their 48.
Camden Bauer, Cold Spring Elementary.
Brady Lynn, St. Boniface Elementary.
Tucker Hutchinson, the St. Boniface Elementary.
Philippi, Cold Spring Elementary.
Luke Humbert, the St. Boniface Elementary.
Drew Schneider, St. Boniface Elementary.
Caleb Dockendorf, St. Boniface Elementary.
Sam Kraft, St. Boniface Elementary. Tanner Rausch, St. Boniface Elementary.
Henry Tice, St. Boniface.
Mongo Venable, Cold Spring Elementary.
Spartans take over 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. We got a trips right formation. Bauer's in the shotgun. Going to take the snap and give a hand off to Lynn. Lynn's going to run up the middle of the field. He's going to break a couple of tackles before he carries the ball across midfield into Tiger territory.
Yeah, good job by the O-line, moving some bodies at the end of the run there. All 5 of our linemen were at least 4 yards downfield. This is a good sign by the Spartans offense, as it shows that these guys are fired up and ready to finish out this game.
Spartans have about a minute and 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here. coming out in a 2-by-2 formation this time. Bauer still in the shotgun, Lynn in the backfield. We're going to have Humbert in motion. Lynn's going to get a fake handoff. Bauer's going to keep it coming around the near end of the field, and he's going to have a nice pickup of a couple of yards on his scamper.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts on that play. Camden decides to keep it himself on the outside, picks up a good chunk of yardage there to put the Spartans in a better position here for third down.
The Rat Pack finally coming alive for the Spartan team here as well. It only took them about 2.5 quarters, Matt, but they're finally showing some signs of life, which is good to see. Spartans have third down and short here, looking at about 4 to 5 yards. They need to pick this one up, keep this ball moving in the right direction. They're in a trips left formation. Empty backfield. 2 receivers split to the right. Lynn in motion. Bauer's going to keep it. He's not going to get very far on this play. I think they were trying to use it as a decoy, and it just didn't work. Now you're looking at 4th and 3, Matt.
Yep. Well, it looks like the punting unit will come on here. Connor will show off his boot here and try and pin him deep again.
Well, like we said, Connor Motchke's just been having one heck of a season in special teams. Not only making tackles on the defensive receiving side of the ball, but also as a punter. He has got a leg on him and has been showing it in the games that we've been in late. So he gets his punt off. They do fair catch it at about the 16-yard line. There is a flag on the punt, though.
Yeah, it was great hang time there by Connor, allowing our guys to get down the field and forcing the receiver to make a fair catch. It did look like Hutchinson had guys running off the field as it was snapped, so I'm assuming this will be on them, and it might be a first down for the Spartans.
Could turn it, exactly. I was just going to say the same thing, Matt. That could turn into a Spartan first down very quickly. It is going against Hutch.
Yeah, great awareness by Connor, trying to get the snap off as fast as he can as he's seeing these guys run off the field. And that'll be an easy first down for the Spartans to continue our drive.
Absolutely. So Spartans keep their drive flying high here, which is great to see. And they'll be taking over 1st and 10 to keep this drive going on the Hutchinson 40-yard line. Grant Hinkenmeyer, I hope you're staying warm. Corey Zier, thanks for tuning in. Spartans come up to the line of scrimmage. It looks like they're in a trips right formation. 1 receiver split to the left and Brady Lynn in the backfield to the right of Bauer. Bauer in the shotgun formation, going to be taking the snap. And he's going to give the handoff to Lynn. Lynn's going to head up the middle of the field, breaking a few tackles with a pickup of about 7 yards, Matt.
Yeah, good job again by the offensive line. It has been a great sight to see these big boys pushing around this very stifling defense in Hutchinson. Our run game has been there all night, something that hasn't been there this entire season. But tonight, these boys are showing up, and it's been a great running attack tonight.
Absolutely. Julie Nielsen, Piers alumni, College of St. Benedict alumni, tuning in. Thanks for watching our game tonight. Spartans in a trips right formation. It's 2nd and 5. Bauer looking to throw the ball. He gets it out to the far sideline. And that could be a pickup of a first down, Matt.
Yeah, good play design there as the man coverage for the Hutchinson defense allows the out routes to be open most of the time. Great throw by Cam getting Philly on the outside to pick up the first down.
Thanks, Ordine Peterson. We agree. It's been a great addition to the Cold Spring community and Rocori Sports Complex. This field is beautiful, and we are very grateful to have it. Folks, the 3rd quarter ticks away. Rocori's up 28-0 over Hutch. And we're going to be getting our 4th quarter. While we are in the quarter break, we're also going to be showing you our coach profiles so you can get an understanding of who our coaches are on this Rocori football team.
Big Now and Lean Family Dentistry, State Farm Insurance, the State Bank of Cold
James Herberg, head coach.
Zach Johnson, offensive coordinator.
Joel Baumgarten, receivers coach.
Jamie Later, running back coach.
Justin Baumgarten, tight ends and receivers coach.
Lloyd Dan Ziesen, offensive line. Gary Distel, defensive line coach.
Derek Roth, linebackers coach.
Coach Humbert, special teams.
Derek Sauer, special teams. Jake Zahar, strength and conditioning coach.
Now you get a chance to put the name to the face of some of our people and the positions that they're working with our sons here in the football program as well. Well, the flag is still flying high and blowing in the breeze here, Matt, as I'm Trying to check into the weather app just to see how cold it's gotten. It's been slow to come up on my phone here. It's just that cold outside. It's showing 23, feels like 13. So we got a nice 10-mile-an-hour wind chill going on here in the fourth quarter of the Spartan-Hutch game. So Spartans take over 1st and 10 on the Hutch 28-yard line. Come out into trips right formation. Hutchinson at the bottom of the screen. Handoff goes to Carter Thielen up the middle of the field. He's going to have a pick of about 5 yards on that run.
Yeah, it was great patience from Carter there, allowing the blockers to develop and finding the lanes, making the right cuts to pick up a good chunk of yardage there on the ground.
And this will bring up 2nd and about 6 yards for the Spartans. Get a good pickup here, Matt. If not the first down, at least we have a 3rd and short.
Yes, putting ourselves in these 3rd and shorts definitely helps our offense and takes the stress off of them, as 3rd and longs are very difficult to convert.
Spartans come to the line. They're in a 2-by-1 formation with the wing back. Running back in the backfield. We got Philippi in motion. The ball's going to go to Bauer. He's going to keep it. He's going to come around the left side, try to make something good out of it. As nothing but white jerseys to be running around. And we got a flag. This could be a late hit.
Yeah, Cam does a good job reading that play, not giving it to Philly as there was defenders upfield ready to pounce on him. Takes it himself for a good chunk of yardage there to bring up 3rd and short, and we'll see what this penalty tacks on too.
Yeah, it's going against Hutch for sure, and that's a personal foul. So that's going to bring the Spartans to a 1st down most likely. Again, the officials are not mic'd up tonight. Every other game we've had this year, the head official has been mic'd up so you just send a play call over the speaker system. Tonight, he's not mic'd up. But this penalty is going to give Rocori a 1st down.
1st and 10, just outside.
And we are literally about 10.2 yards. I mean, we're right there to the 10-yard line. Almost 1st and 10, 1st and goal for the Spartans. Spartans come to the offensive line of scrimmage, and they're going to be in a 2-by-2 formation. They got a 3-by-1 formation, man in the backfield. That's Carter Thielen. Carter's going to take the handoff and try to bust up the middle of the field. He's going to run into a wall of Hutchinson guys there.
Thielen on the carry. Loss of about a half yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A short gain on the play will bring up a 2nd and 10.
You can tell the cold's starting to take a little bit of effect here on some of the players on the sidelines. They're doing whatever they can to stay warm. 3-by-1 formation for the Spartans. Bauer's going to take that out of the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, looking to throw the ball. He's got a lot of pressure on the blitz. He has to just get rid of it. He has to dump it. He got blitzed pretty hard there by that middle linebacker who came in and gave him a pretty good thump.
Yeah, that middle linebacker came on the blitz, untouched, full sprint at Camden, and takes a big lick on him. Cam just had to get the ball away, and that'll bring up a 3rd and long.
And Cam's moving a little gingerly after that hit out there. The official putting his jersey back over his shoulder pad to get him back into action. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 10 for the Spartans. This is a long 3rd down here. Spartans coming out in a 2-by-2 formation. Brady Lynn in the backfield. Looking to knock on the door for another score here. Bauer's going to go back in the shotgun. Looking to throw the ball, sees some pressure, gets the ball off. It's caught as he's being hit. And that's going to be a 4th down now. Ball is going to be spotted down at the 5-yard line, possibly the 6. Looks like they're spotting it at just over the 5-yard line. And that brings up 4th down for the Spartans.
Yeah, Cam is one tough kid. He stood in the pocket to make that pass and got licked again. Yeah, he has been so tough all season, not allowing any of these big hits to really affect him. And it was a good job that he got the ball away there.
Johnston coming on for the field goal. Snap is up. The field goal is blocked. Johnston's trying to get on a recovery for it. Hutchinson does pick it up. But they are tackled at about the 43-yard line. That's an unfortunate play to have a blocked field goal like that. They've been suffering a lot of pressure. The whole offensive series, we got a lot of pressure up the middle, which they've never picked up.
Yeah, then with how Josh kicks the ball too, it's low line drive, so he really has to get a lot of leg on it, and that one just was a little too short, and one of the defenders on the D-line gets his hands up to block it.
That was a pretty solid block. It did bounce back quite a ways, and now the Hutchinson Tigers will take over at their own 41-yard line. Spartan defense looking to do a little damage here again. 9.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Spartans up 28-0. Hutchinson on a 1st and 10. Quarterback takes a snap and he's going to give it to a running back around the outside, top side of your screen. He's going to be hitting in a wall of Rocori tacklers, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Yeah, great job. Trying to extend that play on the outside. The Spartans do a good job rallying to the football, all 11 guys to the ball, and that will bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
For those of you that have tuned in late, just a quick update on the varsity schedule here. This is the last regular season game for the Spartans. Playoffs start next Tuesday. It looks like the Spartans will probably get a bye, depending on how things pan out tonight. They'll get a bye next Tuesday, and they'll be forced to play then on the following Saturday, the 21st. Hutchinson going long on this throw, and they're just going to be overthrown. Not a chance to even catch up to that one with great coverage.
Yeah, again, they try the one-man route concept just on the straight fade, trying to chuck it up to see if something will happen. Spartans do a good job covering it, and he overthrows him to bring up a 3rd and 6.
So as I was saying about playoffs, Matt, you know, if we'd be looking at playing on the 21st, that's a Saturday, it'll probably be an afternoon or evening game for us, and we will try to broadcast live. We're hoping it's not too cold, but Matt and I will hopefully be ready to stream live with all of you people watching at home. Rocori stuffs the 3rd down and 5 for the run play for the Tigers. And this is going to bring up a longer 4th down for the Tigers. They're probably going to look to punt here. Although I wouldn't be surprised they tried to throw that last 4th down, which was unsuccessful.
Looks like they are making some substitutions here, so their punting unit looks to be coming on the field. Luke back to receive around the 20-25 yard line.
And Hutch is looking to punt. We'll see if they hold true to this or if they run a fake at this point, but I think they're going to probably kick it away. And they are going to kick it away. He gets off a nice punt with a great hang time. It does take a Hutchinson bounce, and it's going to roll down to the Rocori, about the 16-yard line. And Rocori will take over there for 1st and 10. 7:55 left in the fourth quarter. And, Matt, the excitement has been up the whole game so far. Offensive and defensively, the Spartans have had a great, consistent run. Probably one of their most consistent games in that realm of perfection that we've had all season.
Yeah, the execution has been there all night through all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. Our offensive line has been moving bodies all night. It's a great sign to see, as we have struggled in the past with the run game, and our defense has stepped up big time tonight, forcing a bunch of turnovers, putting our offense in great positions to score, and we do capitalize on a couple of them to go up 4 scores right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, the Spartans will take over on offense, and they're out of their huddle. Spartans set in a 3-by-1 formation with one in the backfield next to Bauer. Bauer's going to take the snap, and he's going to give the handoff. And we'll probably pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards on that run.
Yeah, another late whistle coming in there. Brady takes it up the gut for a couple there. We're going to just got to keep milking this clock and getting some good yardage on these running plays.
And as the clock keeps running, if we keep our running plays rolling here, the clock does not stop. We are down to 7.5 minutes left in the game, as with the Spartans in the lead 28-0 over this tough Hutchinson team. Rocori has been on their game tonight and has not looked back since their first few drives in the first quarter. Spartans come to the ball in a 3-by-1 formation, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, 1 to the top. Bauer to take the snap out of the shotgun. He's going to give the handoff to Lynn. Lynn with that high ball carry is going to pick up another about 4 or 5 yards on the run. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, Brady does a nice job cutting back, finding the little seam there up the middle to gain a couple more for the Spartans. It'll bring up a 3rd and 5 here for the offense.
It's 3rd and 4.
Spartans have really put together just a complete game up to this point here. There's 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. It's just been a real phenomenal game to watch at 13 degrees outside, and nothing but snow all around the field right now. Spartans in a 3-by-1 formation. Bauer looking to throw. He's got a screen to Thielen. Thielen's going to shake one tackle. He's going to pick up a few more yards before he loses his footing. And it's brought down just past the 30-yard line for a first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, we go back to the screen. It's been successful all night. And again, we pick up another first down. Carter Thielen does a good job making a man miss to pick up those extra yards for the first down.
Clock ticking down to 6 minutes left in the game. 28-0, Spartan lead. First and 10. Spartans in a 3-by-1 formation. 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Bauer in the shotgun, going to take the snap, and he's going to give the handoff to Thielen. Thielen's not going to get very far, though. The blitzing from the Hutchinson defense just not picked up by the Spartan line.
Yeah, Hutchinson blitz 7 there, outmanning our offensive line and tight end there, and drops Carter back for a loss of 4.
Loss of 6. Second and 16.
So this is going to be a long second down for the Spartans now. It's going to be 2nd and 15, ball on their own 25-yard line, needing to make a big play happen here, Matt.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Johnson and Herberg decide to run up here.
2-by-2 formation. Humbert in motion. The ball's going to go to Thielen up the middle of the field on a handoff. He's still on his feet, twisting and turning, rumbling and stumbling, breaking a few tackles with a heck of a great pickup on that run.
Yeah, good job by Carter, making a couple guys miss. And it's really important on these types of plays when Hutchinson is bringing 7 guys that we get it past the first level. And by first level, I mean the defensive line with the guys on their the hand on the line. If you can get past those guys with the linebackers blitzing, it'll allow big chunk plays like that because there's no linebackers there that would usually be there. So it's a good job by Carter getting through that first level and picking up a big chunk play there.
So 3rd and about 5 for the Spartans. They're in a trips right formation. Bauer in the shotgun. Taking the snap, looking to throw the ball. He's got Tucker Hutchinson, on the bottom of the screen. Tucker makes the catch. Did he get to the marker? And it looks like they're giving him the first down. Nice job, Tucker, getting to the marker and making that catch. And that moves the chains.
Yep, and this here is where it's a chess game in football. When Hutchinson is bringing all these guys, what we can do to counter that is these short out routes, these short, quick passes as they're going to be in man coverage. And Coach Johnson definitely is realizing that, and it was a good execution by Cam and Tucker to make the completion to get the first down.
So this will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Spartans. They're trying to get the play from the sidelines here. Ball's on the 42-yard line of Rocori. Clock is still running. And Rocori calls a timeout, and that does stop the clock with just under 4 minutes left in the game. Been watching one of the parent volunteers down here on the sidelines has been trying to keep the footballs by the heaters just to keep them warm and be able to be gripped, I suppose, by Bauer and caught by the receivers as well.
Yeah, we can't give a big enough shout out to everybody who is making all of these things possible for this game here on the new field, from the parents to the workers working on the field to everyone on the sideline. It's just been an all-around fantastic job.
Angie, I hope they get the chance to see it very soon. We agree. There's nothing more exciting than being able to play on this field today. So Spartans are taking on the line of scrimmage here at 1st and 10. Humbert in motion is going to get the handoff from Bauer. He's going to tuck it up the middle and probably pick up about maybe 2 yards on the run.
Humbert on the carry.
Yeah, making a couple substitutions here, getting a couple younger guys in as we do have a 4-score lead with 3.5 minutes left. This is really where the Spartan dynasty has really made its mark as we have been successful year after year. When we get these big leads, we put these younger guys in so they can get experience, they can get varsity playing time, and that really pays dividends once they become juniors and seniors and make an impact on the varsity level.
So Cam Bauer out of the game right now, and it looks like we maybe have Jack Spanier in there at quarterback getting some reps. And we get the handoff, looks like a fumble, and Hutch is saying they have it, and they do.
Yeah, and that's where the inexperience does show a little bit. Getting a little varsity jitters there as it is the first play that some of these guys hop in there. Hutchinson will take over at the 40-yard line.
And with the score being 28-0 and just over 3 minutes left in the game, it's probably not a bad idea that we pull some of our starters out and just spare them any kind of injury that could take place for the last 3 minutes in this cold. Again, it's about 13 degrees out here on the field right now, and it's definitely being felt by everybody out here. We're grateful that the game got moved to 5 o'clock, because if it was a 7 o'clock start, it probably would have been a little bit more colder than what it is now.
Spartans call a timeout here, probably to get some of their starters off the field, get some of these younger guys in again.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt right now to save some of those bodies for the playoffs now coming up next week. Rachel McDougall, John Roush, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Gail. We appreciate that. We're just happy to see all the viewers on here enjoying the game. And since you cannot be here, at the field with our capacity being at 250 in the stadium, it's just nice for us to be able to provide the game to you in your setting that works for you.
Yeah, we really couldn't do it without you, the viewers. If you guys weren't there, we'd have nobody to show this to. So thank you for tuning in week in and week out, and we appreciate your support.
3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. Spartans are up 28-0 on the defensive side of the ball. It's 1st and 10 for Hutch after just recovering a fumble. Hutch quarterback's going to fumble on the snap. He's going to pick it up and run, and he's still going to pick up a good chunk of yards, maybe about 7-8 yards on that run.
Yeah, quarterback does a good job picking up what he can on a broken play.
This is going to bring up 2nd and short for Hutch. And I'd like to echo that with Matt as well. The people that are keeping up in the chat and letting us know where you're watching from, it's just fun for us to see how far our live stream is spanning. We've had people watching from England and Azerbaijan and all the way across the country. So we appreciate everybody tuning in and the capabilities that Adam Haugen, our technology guru back here and River of Life has been so gracious to let us use this equipment to be able to provide high-def footage as well as special effects and things like that into the mix. Again, we just couldn't be more grateful for the people at the ROL family over there. Denny Curran, Kyle Curran, Dylan Patterson, Derek Benoit singing the national anthem tonight, who just did a bang-up job on that. Just an amazing, amazing voice. And we're just grateful for all of you and for all of them. 1st and 10 for Hutch, trying to pound it down the middle again. Not changing their game plan at all.
Another fumbled snap. Quarterback does a good job carrying a couple bodies for a couple more yards there. And as a young player, it really shows you what the varsity level really brings to the table. I remember when I was a young cat as a freshman, sophomore, when I would get to go into games like this, going against some of these huge seniors, it was really a great experience, and it'll really help these guys down the road.
Thank you for the comments, folks. We do appreciate that. Those compliments are really, really nice to have in here. Joel Vedelson, thanks for tuning in. Mike Bell from Arizona. Kathy Taylor. Christy Style, thank you. Drew Thay, thank you.
Yeah, it looked like Connor Moschke pulled the ball out there, making his mark again. Luckily for the Tigers, they recover there, but gosh, Connor, what a guy. He's been doing everything for the Spartans.
He really has. He's come on just strong this season and played so well in all the reps that he's had an opportunity to play in. It's been really impressive to watch his growth. So Hutch has 3rd and short here, 3rd and about a yard. Looks like they're going to go out of a wishbone, try to pound it up the middle, which they'll pick up. And that'll move the chains a little bit to give them a 1st down.
39 seconds remaining in this game here. We'll move the sticks for another 1st down for the Tigers here. Clock is running.
Down to 25 seconds left in the game. Hutch coming to the ball for their 1st and 10. Ball on the Rocori 17-yard line. Wishbone formation. They give it to the fullback in the back, and he's going to rumble and stumble and break a few tackles and walk in the end zone for their 1st score of the game.
Elliott takes it in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Alex Elliott.
And I'd say pretty much most of the starters on this defensive side of the ball are out, so we have a lot of reserve players in the game right now, which is good. It's good for them to get some reps, even on this cold weather. It's good for them to get some reps in this and just get the feel of the varsity atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's been a true testament to how well our defense played throughout this entire game, with the only score here coming in garbage time. Great job, great performance by everybody through all three phases. And with the key, going back to the keys of the game, I think we nailed all of them tonight, Jake.
I would agree, Matt. You know, our consistency we talked about was such a big factor. Being able to stay consistent on offense and defense has probably been the most important key for us for the game. We did have a few mental mistakes, but they weren't costly mistakes overall for the most part. It's just been a great showing tonight for the Spartans in their prep work this week. Coach James Herberg really getting the boys on the right track right away from the get-go, starting last Sunday even, and getting them on the track thinking Hutch all week. It'll be interesting to see now as we move to playoffs what James's approach will be, you know, with the game being tonight on a Thursday. That gives us Friday and then next week practice as well. It looks like we may have a bye next Tuesday in the first playoff game, which pushes us to Saturday sometime in the afternoon or evening to play.
Yeah, and this was really a statement win for the Spartans, one of their better games all season, and this will be a good bar to set going into playoffs as we continue to get better and better each week, and I can definitely say that we got better this past week.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with you right there, Matt, and I think the players are feeling it, the coaches are feeling it, and anybody who's watching the game right now is seeing that in action as we move through it. So Spartans will be receiving this kick. There's 13 seconds left in the game, leading 28-8 over the Hutchinson Tigers. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter kick, fielded at this 15-yard line. It's going to be returned to about the 32-yard line.
Look like Sebastian Novak there on the carry. We'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Spartans with 8 seconds remaining in the game. I'm assuming this will be a victory formation here, Jake.
Probably be a victory formation. It might even be a victory formation with all reserves. You never know. You know, I see a few of our sophomores out there. There's the big giant Jacob Lopas towering over everybody out there. I don't know if you've ever stood next to him, Matt. He's an absolute beast. You know, standing at 6'7", 240. I'm as big as one of his legs. He's just a monster. You know, and you got a lot of other good size out there as well. So this is a good opportunity for those guys to get a couple reps, even if it is a victory formation.
And it is always such a great feeling to run out there in the victory formation after a hard-fought game by all the boys here tonight.
And that's going to wrap it up for the boys at Rocori. They're going to take the win tonight, 28-8 over Hutchinson. What a great game by Rocori. As Matt and I talked about earlier, you know, it's that consistency of the game that really pays off throughout the course of the game for us. We're not digging ourselves out of situations that we mentally broke down on. We had consistent play on offense, consistent play on defense, and put together a complete game.
Yeah, and with that complete game, it really lessened the pressure to perform on certain key downs. Like the third downs, we really didn't have much pressure on us as we were up for most of the game. So it was a good overall performance by all three phases of the game, and it'll be a good precedent going into the playoffs here next week.
And it'll be interesting to see who we play next week. It looks like we'll be playing, like I keep saying, we'll be playing next Saturday the 21st. It'll be an afternoon or evening game. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and we'll be able to have home field advantage again, playing on this beautiful turf field that we got cleared off today to play. It's just, there's a lot of things that work in our favor for this if we can make things happen. And we want to make sure, again, we mention how grateful we are to not only our title sponsors with the Booster Club, but also the people that made this tonight work so well. Having the heated tent for the players to go into, having all of our technology up here. You folks at home can't see it, but Adam is absolutely freezing back here running the technology. He's got no gloves on because he's just got to